Go.
Okay.
Alrighty, we're starting off. Oh, goodness gracious.
There was your face.
Yeah. Alright, so, I guess this is where we'll start. Playing good old Tundle versus Ret. This audio is better already. So, yeah, I'm Crimson, and I'm playing Tundle.
And I'm Mattman X06, and I'm playing Ret-Talus with the new and improved Alliances cards.
Yeah, we're playing with all the Alliances stuff as well. We have all of it, so why not? I hadn't played Tundle in like a long time when I played this. We were just coming back to a couple of the decks after a little hiatus. So I was trying him for old time's sake. I hadn't played him since we got the Alliances, I think.
Right, no, yeah, Tundle hadn't been played in our group because we kind of like, I don't know.
It wasn't really a soft ban. We just got bored with playing him, I think, for a little bit. Kind of like Takulu. We just kind of stopped playing him for a little bit until Alliances came out, and then we started all of them again.
Right. So here we are rolling for turns.
Except for normal alien. Good gosh.
Right.
Nobody plays normal alien.
Not in our group. Well.
Lemon Merchant. Alright, so here we go. Game's underway. I'm off to a strong start.
That miner's in a fierce position.
Yeah, I've never really tried to use miners as a strong component of my deck. You'll see in this game. I also
lock.
don't. Yeah, I don't really try to use the miners, but they're nice opening unit on the board because of their health. I just and their forward position. I don't mind having the miners there at the beginning.
No, I've always wanted to do something with miners because I've had this vision where you can move the miners up, like you can move one of the miners up too, right? And then you can use the other miner ability, and then maybe even another miner to stack off of that.
Yeah,
for all three of your movements.
Yeah, no.
Like chain the movement like that.
I see what you're saying.
But
yeah,
that's
I've had that as
just
well.
a vision.
The problem also is the amount of magic that costs and the low payoff in terms of attack dice.
No, it would have to be it'd have to be a Wake the Father gem play, and it would have to be only if like you can get them in position to box in or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Or maybe in position with a scholar or something. I don't really know. It would be a lot of trouble, and they're a little bit not worth it otherwise because the other units in that deck are just so good.
And here I go, about to lay waste to this miner. Reaper, go. Yeah, nice.
There we go.
Nice. My zombie
Ricochet
warrior.
off the turtle mug.
Zombie warrior will also hit. Good kill.
Good kill.
Now, of course, my skeletal archer also hit. Good 3 for 3 turn there.
Yeah, that won't last long.
Don't remind me.
This game turned out to be one of those ones where the dice were very even, I'd say, on the whole, but there were a couple turns where some crucial dice got missed, and I felt bad.
Yeah, and see a few misplays.
Yeah, from both of us, for sure. Let's see what goes on next.
It was a fun one. I really enjoy playing Ret with the new cards, even though he's got those pesky annoying magic drains in his deck.
Yeah, I don't mind those in his deck as much as some others because the nice synergy with things like Dark Sacrifice.
Right, I agree.
I like that you can get back some of your commons for use in Raise the Dead, or if you happen to be playing against another Fallen Kingdom player, which I've always thought's kind of a gross feeling when you play faction v faction. But if you were to do that, you could net some of their commons for your Raise the Dead. So any of those plays make Magic Drain a little more acceptable in my book for Ret, because he ends up being a more active, aggressive Magic Drain player than, say, Prince Elian or even Takulu or something like that.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, well, Takulu can, of course, use that magic to counter summon, but
but it encourages players to kind of just get rid of all their commons and sit back with only Takulu and then wait for the drains. Yeah. And that's kind of a boring way to play Magic Drain, but Ret doesn't typically do that because he's so fragile otherwise. It's so easy to and even like one wound on Ret makes a huge difference because it can make or break a forced summon.
Right.
Whereas Takulu can take 4 hits and not be worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, the Magic Drains... Ret might be the only deck I don't really mind Magic Drains in at all.
Yeah.
Like, if he was the only deck that had him, I wouldn't mind him at all.
I mean, yeah, because there's nothing cool you can do with them in Vlox's deck.
No. They help. I mean, they help him out magic-wise a little bit, but I think he could have 2 other cool events, and he would be cooler. Like, he would feel better than if he had Magic Drains. Yeah, and he would still be... You could still balance him without the catch-up events.
That's one of the...
Oh, there I am showing my hand. Yeah. I drew a really early Piccolo and Gren. I'm really trying to find the camera. There we go. we hung the camera from a chandelier, so it was like kind of hard to get things right side up in the camera, but that's all right. I had to flip around the video a bit.
Whew, there I am being indecisive. So you can do with the physical cards, obviously not on the app.
Yeah. Matman X06, the current champion of the longest turn game. I wish I'd thought of that joke in advance. It sounded terrible. It's true though. Some of these turns get a little long. I'm hoping we have some interesting meta game things to talk about when we hit those turns. Yeah. Some of the late game turns.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something about the cards in my hand because when I take a turn on the app, I pretty much take it like lickety split for the most part. Anyway, it's pretty quick. But when I have the cards, I'm like, ugh.
I tend to take a long time on the app if I am not enjoying the game I'm playing. Then I take a really long time on my turns. But if I'm enjoying the game, even if it's a harder game, I move really quickly.
No, sometimes I'll like take long turns in the sense that I'm just not on the app, but like if I'm there to play it, I'll take.
I even meant it the other way. I meant like if I'm not enjoying the game, I'll sit and stare at my hand for a really long time, even if it's not like a particularly hard move, just because I'm like not enjoying myself, and I don't really know why that is. And I enjoy most of my games. There are just a couple games I don't. Like when it turns into a little bit of a stare contest. Some of those games I'm not thrilled about.
Yeah, no, I mean the app is of course much more boring right now.
Well, it's really only because of the meta concerns that there just aren't as many decks and cards, and I mean we have all of the decks and all of the reinforcements,
right?
And even the promo mercs. So when we got those with alliances, so we have all the cards currently in our possession. Although we don't have doubles of any of the cards beyond what comes in the packs. So I don't have. I've always wanted to do a Sam Farthen deck with 10 Woeful Brothers, and just make a Woeful Sam deck.
We don't have.
But I've not had the ability to do that yet. If I ever win that Tortugatron tournament, perhaps, but we'll just see. All right, here we go. Some more rolls. That one went off camera, so we have no idea what happened. Oh, I hit it. There we go.
Alright, and Tundle sniping off his own man.
Yeah, I don't like to play a fully turtled Tundle. It's just not in my nature. I always end up being a little bit more aggressive, because I want to use Magic Torrent in a cool way, and unless my opponent's playing something extremely aggressive. If my opponent plays a very aggressive deck, but as you can see, Madman X06 is back in the corner with Ret, so I'm pushing up a little bit because I want to try something.
I'm typically not very aggressive with Ret.
Yeah, that is true. All right, Matt's got a nice little position here going.
If I get like all 3 champs or something early, and I can get that like a champ rush going, I like to really like bust down the walls. Like,
get up there. Like an early forced summon or something.
Yeah. But I typically bide my time until I can get champion, and then
I do the same thing, but I do tend to play Ret up a little closer to the middle than you do, and I still wall him off and play pretty defensively, but I always end up with him, honestly, almost, I don't know, I mean, I'm going to say 70%. 70% of my games or something, I play my summoner primarily in the middle 4 rows. I just enjoy games more where your summoner's up near the action. He doesn't have to be like directly in it, but I think think it's when I started playing with Sam, and he became my favorite summoner for a long time. That just became kind of my style with most of the summoners. So it's Tundle there in the middle 4, or kind of the...
No, yeah, it just depends on what type of summoner I'm playing.
Yeah. That's, well, like my, I'm trying to think of which game that was. My game, it was like a couple tournaments ago, and I played Snailgo, and I played in it ended up being a Fallen Kingdom mirror, and I played a very aggressive Fallen Kingdom against his more turtled Fallen Kingdom, and I happened to win that game, but it was because that was like more natural feeling to me. I don't think I would have won if I'd turtled.
Yeah.
I also didn't play for an extremely economic based. Like, I don't even think I guess I had to have had Annika because I don't have any other. No, actually, I think I might have had like Malevolence or something in that deck.
Oh,
I might not have had Annika.
Yeah, possible.
I didn't have Drago. That's what we're. Alrighty, so I hit some stuff that was nice. Felt good. I love my Scholars. They are one of the more underrated Deep Dwarf units, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. I really like the Scholars. Just 1 magic for 3 life anyway is really nice.
Yeah.
And then, of course, with the way Deep Dwarves can maneuver things around the map, it's just...
Well, certainly, and the Gem Mages are obviously the star player of the Deep Dwarf arsenal, but it's like mostly because of things like Illusionary Warrior and like the natural synergy they built in with the Gem Mages. But if Illusionary Warrior built a unit off of a Scholar, I don't know that the Gem Mage would be the obvious pick anymore for the MVP of the Deep Dwarf commons anyway.
Yeah. What is that game? We had a game recently against Joe or Lemon Merchant.
Yeah.
Just had a game against him with the Deep Dwarves where I had the Gem Mage just it was the end game, so neither of us had really many cards. I just kept meditating and shooting at his champion and running the Gem Mage to a wall. It was like an endless loop.
Yeah, he had a little
so Gem Mages can do.
Yeah, they kind of like the Phoenix Elf Warriors.
Yeah.
That's true. I guess they do have that ability. That's nice as well. It's like the ability of the Scholars to add like 3 attack dice to a unit for 1 magic. And also just, they have a little bit of health. Oh, you played something. Good guy. Resolution on this camera is not
good job, camera.
stellar.
It must have been Legions of the Dead.
That's what I'm thinking as well. Yeah, I think it was actually not entirely the camera. I think it was partially the lighting was very weird, and I think it messed with the resolution a little bit.
Oh, don't try this at home, kids.
You're referencing using Legions of the Dead? Don't summon the undead, kids. Alright, so...
Oh, look at this brilliant play I'm about to do, and watch what happens.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's true. And this was one of those moments where Matt really needed everything to come together. Guess what happened? Oh, no. I'm glad that was right in the middle of the screen so they can all appreciate what happened there. So he missed the Gem Mage. That was the... I don't know if we knew that was what he was attacking, but that's... Yeah, but he missed... he missed everything. So... He's still got a Warlock for 1 magic and a... Fallen Phoenix Cultist for 1 magic. So
economically, a very solid move, I must say.
Yeah, but it is true that was a bummer. That was a bummer for him.
My God, Warlocks alone just really up Ret's potential.
I know, they make him much scarier. It's always entertaining when you see someone use a Warlock with its ability in Ret's deck.
Been known to do that.
Yeah, it's even with Force Summon, I mean, it means you don't get to use a Force Summon, but even with that, it can be worth it. It can be. It just really gives him more options to have those more powerful ranged units. Because without Warlocks, the Fallen Kingdom are severely lacking in range. Skeletal Archers do not count because they're terrible stat-wise. Like, obviously, they're not meant to be amazing, and not every faction does have a ranged unit with 2 attack, but in their commons. But it's noticeable in the Fallen Kingdom that they're so melee oriented and that their attack values are usually pretty low. All right. So I'm trying to figure out.
We can mildly see a lot of events.
Yeah. My hand this game was really blocked up with events and champions for a long time. I think I drew 2 champions in my first hand, maybe, and they were Piccolo and was it Gren, and both my more expensive champions, if I remember. I think it was Piccolo, Gren, and Loon I built into this deck. And so my 2 expensive champions showed up in my first hand, and that was great. And then I ended up with, like, Summoning Surges and, I don't know, Illusionary Warrior or something. So I'm trying to figure out if it's really worth bringing out a heavy hitter like Piccolo. Or, oh, there we go. I used Gren.
Here we got Gren out and about.
Gren Daddy. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Gren. I used him in this last tournament in a game against someone else. And he commented on it afterwards, but what didn't get commented was that I think I took over the course of that game with Gren's ability, not just using Gren's attack. I'm not counting that. Only counting Gren's ability. I think I earned 7 magic for myself.
Yeah,
I more than paid for Gren with his ability alone, because he was forced to kill my commons, which was still the right move for him to play, because I had Gren kind of walled off there, so he couldn't get to him, and he had to kill my commons. And there was one turn with Jacob Eldwin. He used Heaven's Rain and killed 3 of my commons in one attack, and all 3 of them went to my magic.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Well, there goes my handsome warlock.
Yep. I think I used the Scholar's ability maybe there.
Yeah, because there's...
Oh, but I used Tundle's, right? I used Tundle's ability, and then I used either the Gem Mage or the Scholar. I guess in that case it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
There we go.
We'll just say it was the Scholar. It's funnier.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it means the Scholar did something up there.
Yeah. He did some research on the Warlock.
Found out its weaknesses.
Yeah.
Studied its paths. Alright, so then it's Matt's turn. Someday we'll find some graphical way of representing the dice. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. This is still pretty early in this is our first video. I don't know if we mentioned that or not. We're gonna have to come up with a funny name for ourselves. I'm not gonna try it. It's gonna be bad. So we're gonna come up with something. We'll make it all pretty. But for now, we're trying to just show off some sort of. We didn't even really go over the purpose for this video. We were really just trying to show off a game that we consider to be high level in the Summoner Wars community, with all the current meta being taken into account. So again, alliances and everything preceding it, and just to show off as an example and to give some commentary on how the game works and why we made some of the decisions we did. Again, we're gonna try to make these a learning experience, so we would like to in the future also include some way of representing our hands. As of right now, that just was a little bit difficult, so we just tested out some things with the camera, figured out if we could get a good angle on the board, etc. And this is actually in my old apartment, so the angle of the camera became irrelevant very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Because I moved. And so yeah, hopefully for the future we'll have some improvements in how the game is represented. But I didn't want to play it on Vassal, not because Vassal isn't great, but because I wanted a little bit of the human touch, the personal touch to the game, and we just really like playing it.
I mean, this is the game in its true form.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's my Magic Torrent, a Summoning Surge, and Piccolo. That's a nice, like, heavy hand there. And that was what was stuck in my hand earlier, along with Gren and, I don't know, an Illusionary Warrior or something. I think I had to drop one of my Illusionary Warriors this game, which is just a shame, because Matt had stuff like Warlocks, and, like, I could have taken those. Good gosh.
Yep.
This would have been really nice to have the ability to use those, but anyway.
I probably have 10 things I can do at this point. I'm just trying to determine what's the best.
Yeah, that's always the case when Matt plays Ret. Matt's very, very good with Ret, especially with alliances, so it always comes down to him trying to narrow down the very best choice for the turn. We also don't really play with a chest clock or any other timing for the turns. Not this. I mean, obviously, if we played in a tournament, we would be under those conditions. But we're playing just as friends. We try to keep the turns short-ish, but any given turn that a player feels like they really want to spend some time on, we let them go with it, because I always want to play against my opponent's best moves. I don't want my opponent to rush into a poor play. Also, if I play someone on the app, I generally set it up as a 7 or a 3-day game, and I don't really play anything under that, because I want to make sure me and my opponent have the full amount of time necessary to make every move, and that we were able to consider every possibility. I honestly just don't generally have time for a 30-minute game or something of that nature, or a 1-hour game. It's hard to find 1 hour to play a consecutive game, unless I am playing the physical game, and then I'll play the physical game. Up there, you're doing some cool Hellcar stuff, and I'm talking right over it.
I just decided to move a little Fallen Kingdom cultist up.
Yeah.
For that.
Playing the Hellcar cultists deck is a really cool idea, especially in Ret. I think in Ret's deck, that's like a really fun champion.
I also really like the idea of Karthos, and what the vision I like to have is like Karthos bringing out the Warlock with Precise at the end to cover up that that extra space.
That is an incredible. Oh, there we go. So you hit.
So it was must have been Gren.
Yeah, one of. Oh no.
Oh,
on the Scholar.
The Scholar.
Yeah, Matt at this. Oh nope.
Oh,
it was on Gren. There we go. Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like Gren was not considered the very greatest of threats yet. Oh no. That one out of 3.
Oh,
that was another big.
That was an ish.
Yeah, those Scholars are deadly, and especially where that one happens to be sitting is kind of a big deal.
I remember. Oh yeah, the 1 out of 3 forced me to use my last attack to summon something by Ret.
Yep.
Instead of attacking that Gem Mage with Hellcar.
Yep. Yeah, it was a big deal. Because otherwise I could have moved that Scholar up and got 1 hit on Ret, which would have prevented Matt from using a single Man X06. I apologize to use that last forced summon, which would have been 5 magic down the drain, effectively for 1 card. It's actually a bigger magic swing than magic drain is. Obviously, you're doing wounds to your summoner, but still, it's a huge deal to be able to use those forced summons. It's also one of the events, summoning during the event phase event. So, there's too many good things about that card to give it up for a chance for a Scholar to hit 1. Alright, so here I'm trying to figure out what to do. Surging with the summoning. Summoning Surge. There we go. Trying to figure out the order of my cards. And then I'm going to play... Piccolo here this early, or am I just using Summoning Surge?
I just seem to be counting my magic greedily.
I'm just using Summoning Surge. I think I used the Scholar's ability. Yeah. I just used Summoning Surge because I had the opportunity and I wanted it out of my hand, which made a lot of sense. Summoning Surge is another beautiful event for pulling units out during the event phase after you've placed a new wall. But I didn't have that opportunity. I just really wanted it out of my hand. It was taking up too much space, and I actually could get something out of it. Attacking with the Gem Mage, I believe, on the cultist. I could have used the Gem Mage's ability. I don't know why I didn't. And then Gran on the cultist. Go ahead and kill it. I guess Gran only would have got 2 on Hellcar if I had used the ability, so it wouldn't have been a huge deal. But alright, and then this is the cool one. Scholar on the cultist. Gren's ability says when a unit is destroyed by an enemy card effect. Is that specifically what it says? The effect
within 2 spaces. I think it's just destroyed within 2 spaces.
Destroyed within 2 spaces. So it was regardless of how it was destroyed. So it came to my magic, even though Death Curse killed it. So that made me feel very happy.
Yeah.
Gren using his ability again. Yeah. Gren is just also nice for a little bit of extra range in the Deep Dwarf deck, because I believe all of the other Deep Dwarf champions are melee.
Yeah.
Piccolo, the Deep Troll, Kinder, and Loon.
Yep. The only difference being with these, you have the Deep Benders.
Yeah, I had the Deep Benders to pick from too, so I could have picked either Kyodel or Kendra. Yeah, I could have picked either of them, and both of them have range, but it's okay because I was actually I might have had one of them in here. I don't really know. I can't remember all the champions I picked. I might have had one of them in here.
No, it was you have Piccolo, right, and Loon.
Did I have Loon at the end?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I can't remember why. I mean, obviously Kendra is not an amazing champion because there's no synergy unless you have boosted units, and I just didn't include any boosted units, I don't think, in this deck. I clearly had some kind of Deep Dwarf something there. You can see it in my magic, or the Deep Bender in my magic.
Well, it had to be then because it wasn't a champ, so it was a common.
I'm trying to think of what common it was. Might have been a Geopath, I'm thinking maybe. Alright, so Matt's trying to figure out how to come back from that. I got 3 magic at a turn, and I did lose a unit, which was bad for me, but yeah, here we go. Matt's closing in. A little scary. Can't remember if I had tossed Magic Torrent at this point or not. I don't think I had. I think I use it later, but I frequently toss that card. I'm not gonna lie. If it's clogging up my hand.
Yeah, I don't know. It just depends. Like in this situation, it would be nice to have.
Yeah. Well, that's why I pushed Tundle up originally, so I'd have the ability. Oh, Matt's rethinking.
I guess I just will take 4 moves that turn.
Yeah. Something the app would never allow. It's okay though. We do. We do allow. Alright, as long as no effects would have triggered or anything, I mean, obviously. We allow that. Oh, here we go. Attacking with the... I'm assuming the Warlock, yeah. Trying to hit Gren. Trying to kill him. Oh, here we go. Attack. And... Oh, yeah, this is the one, yeah. That's the one where we missed. We were watching just like a very small section of this video before we started recording, and Matt Man remembered that miss very distinctly. He said, this guy's going to miss. It came up as one right in center screen. I was very happy with the timing of that moment. Yeah, Rhett's going to summon another cultist, which is great because there's a ton of synergy with his Hulkar and that cultist. Scares me a lot. I think I'm trying to decide, yeah, to summon Piccolo or not. I think that's all of my magic. Oh no, wow, I had a ton of magic. What was I doing?
We're both sitting on like mountains of magic.
That's true, you were too. I remember, oh gosh, I remember being terrified of your magic pile. I actually think I made a comment on, then I'm summoning Surging also. Yeah, I commented on being terrified of your magic pile because you, with that much magic, you have so many plays that you have at your disposal. Oh, and did I Magic Torrent just there as well? I did. Here we go. We get to see it. Yep. I actually just paid for 3...
Yeah, put it on Piccolo.
Oh no. Yeah, I just paid 3 magic. I'm rolling in it. Why not? I didn't get any magic back for that. Oh yeah, but I think I was supposed to reap a bunch of benefits here because Piccolo's now likely to kill that cultist. Gren is likely to kill the Warlock, and then I just liked having one more on Hellcar. I'm tired of her being there and using her ability well. It was like frustrating to me. So, all right, let's see what happens. Let's see how this goes. Oh, did I use? I used the Gem Mage ability. That was. Right? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 attack. I hit 2 or 1? 2.
Yeah.
2 on Hellcar. That's good. Just get her whittle her down. Got too much health. That was the big one. I only got one on that cultist. Yeah, Piccolo is, I think, yeah, there we go. I got that warlock out of the way. Piccolo is generally regarded as not one of the better Deep Dwarf champions. I think it's possibly because Kinder and Loon are just so phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously the two best,
but I think there's a little bit of a. I think I've read some sentiments on the Plaid Hat forums that Piccolo is not well liked. I mean the high magic cost and the very low health.
Yeah, the lack of health
for his magic. I understand why some people don't like him, but if you're able to get him in a bottleneck scenario, like exactly the opposite of where my Piccolo is, if you're able to get him in a scenario where you can keep him relatively safe and fighting waves of your opponent's commons, my goodness, can you earn magic from Piccolo? Obviously, you know, there are other champions that you could use and you'd earn some magic from them as well, but I like Piccolo because he has reasonably high attack and then gives you the ability to get out more of your commons later in particular.
Oh, I seem to be getting Desperate Daniel and playing Karthos.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this is a big deal. Oh,
that must be
Dark Sacrifice. There we go. Trying to keep Hellcar alive and give yourself some magic for Karthos, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that was a scary move for you to have both of my champions and a Gem Mage up so far like that. If you didn't have a Legions of the Dead in particular, then that would be a very scary position to be in. With Ret. If I had like an Illusionary Warrior in particular, that'd be a really awful place for you to be in.
Yeah. That's the other thing is like keeping track of all the little movement things the Deep Dwarfs can deceptively do.
Yeah, the Deep Dwarfs have quite a lot of combo potential.
Yeah.
Although, honestly, so do the Fallen Kingdom, especially when Matman is playing them. Because my goodness, I've never been so afraid of Ret as when he plays them. It's a whole new experience.
Thank you.
It is though, honestly. It's like very different than when anyone else plays the Fallen Kingdom. Although, if I'm being honest, I've never played anyone else with the Fallen Kingdom with alliances, so it's quite possible.
Yeah, that's true.
I just got Vassal on my computer actually. I hadn't told you that yet.
Oh yeah, I
just downloaded it. I'm honestly, again, it's hard for me to find consecutive time to play with classes and everything I'm taking, but
it's cool to be able to play stuff on it. I mean, I played Twilight Struggle on it. So I was playing Twilight Struggle on it.
Yeah, no, I played. Actually, I might have played. There was some online like app download I got ages and ages ago. Played Risk like a really long time ago on that. And there were like these people that had downloaded different Risk or uploaded, different Risk boards that were based on like actual borders of countries and things. And that was kind of a cool idea. It wasn't balanced in any particular way, but it was like more complex and had some fun. Like you could play a just Europe, and there were like provinces in Europe and stuff. It was kind of cool idea. But anyway, I am gonna jump on Vassal here. I think some because I would like to be able to play. One of our third here, who should be commentating with us, Lemon Merchant, just moved. So I would like to be able to play him with all of the alliances and everything. And I was thinking Vassal would be the way to do that until the app catches up with the alliances meta.
Right. Well, apparently I just decided to attack with either Ret or Karthos there, and then move Ret into a better position. We must have agreed upon that was okay. Yeah. So I obviously attacked with Karthos.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, well, in that particular case, you know, it's not as if he couldn't have known all of the variables for that. It's not as if he randomly generated that cultist. He knew what he was doing. So then he kills Gren. Gren finally goes down.
So unprofessional.
Yeah, that's a little sloppy looking, but we understand what happened. He moved Ret to where he moved him, and then used Karthos, and then killed Gren. He just was having trouble deciding how that worked out. So let's see what happens here. It goes off the table, maybe. maybe just missed. Okay, just missed. Yeah. All right. So the next concern for Matman is Piccolo. I would say is of actual concern. An illusionary warrior here would not go amiss for me. There's my hand sword of nope, nothing in there. Maybe a magic stasis. I think I saw a brief flash up. Come on, show me your hand. Show it. Do it, I swear.
I definitely see
Gem Mage,
stasis there.
Gem Mage and a Geopath and a wall and a stasis. Okay, so we've got at least that. So it did not appear to have an illusionary warrior. I might have already dropped those into magic. Those are another one that if they're clogging my hands, I don't have time for that.
Yeah, I tend to discard maybe one.
Yeah,
you know.
they're really nice, but they're not nice enough that I'll keep them forever. I can't tell what that last got. 2 Gem Mages. There we go. 2 Gem Mages, a wall, a Geopath. Yeah, I tried to build some of the Deep Bender stuff into this deck. I really wanted to get some Geopaths to snipe, effectively becoming cloak snipers. Yeah, here I decided I was worried about what I'm really worried about here is the Fallen Kingdom wall forced summon. So I'm really trying to keep Tundle safe because I think I'm going to move in with Tundle in a little bit of a risky play. But I just wanted to keep the back door there safe for when Tundle moves in. Yeah, I want to limit the amount of sides he can be hit from to 3.
I remember having some fun with the deep dwarves with Kyodel in the deck.
Yeah,
giving some extra attack dice to the.
Absolutely. Kyoto's a fun one. Oh, that
Good
was
roll.
That was big. Who was that with? The Gem Mage?
Must have been Piccolo.
Well, it could have been. Yeah, no, it was Piccolo. Oh, that was a good turn. I think I get 2 out of 7.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, those things happen though. In the course of the game, I've done pretty well. So, not with Piccolo, but but in general, I've done pretty well. I remember being pretty mad at Piccolo this game in terms of just what he hit, because his dice kind of matter more than the other dice, because if he kills something, you end up with more magic.
Well, at this point, we didn't even realize that Piccolo's ability could just kill a card, any card.
Yeah.
And his ability triggers.
Yeah. Yeah, so walls count. Do your own units count?
Yeah, your own units, your own walls.
Piccolo, you monster. I've got Piccolo's card right here. What am I doing? We just played a game, Endrick v Jexic, and I got Piccolo's stuff out to not Piccolo's stuff, the Deep Dwarf stuff out to build into it potentially. I didn't actually have Piccolo in that deck, which you'll see on a later date. Piccolo must have got built into the Deep Dwarf deck somehow.
I don't know who Hellcar thinks she is. She hasn't hit anyone.
That's a good point. Yeah, Hellcar's missed about as much as Piccolo, and that says something because she took more turns to do it. Yeah, any card Piccolo destroyed, that's shocking. That is crazy. Oh goodness, Hellcar, just miss some more, please. It might have been better to have Hellcar take a step back and let the cultists swing some more dice.
Yeah. But apparently the cultist didn't need it.
No. Well, I mean, he would have made more use of it than Hellcar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matman being forced to use Karthos as an actual attacking champion, that's a bad place to be.
You must not have had anything in your discard worthwhile. Or did you play a stasis that turn?
I played stasis.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Alright, so here I am trying to figure out what the next move is. He's whittling down my forces and still has a giant pile of magic, if I remember correctly.
It's reasonable.
Stasis, I think I have another one there in my hand, if I'm seeing that correctly. Stasis prevented him from doing anything too crazy.
You might even play it this turn.
I think I double stasis too. Man, the 2-turn stasis can just be such a tide turner for the Deep Dwarves.
Yeah.
If you hit it, if you manage to get that, and I think I see 2 Wake the Father gems in a row there too, which was not helpful at this stage in the game. But it's fine. If I'd had
Wake up, Father.
Yeah, if I had like a loon. I think there it is. There's one of them. Wake the Father gem. Yeah. I think solely to give that gem
mage extra attack and maybe like move back or something.
I don't think I did though. I think I kept them out. I think I kept them out specifically to block for Tundle, so that you couldn't move behind him from that side.
Yeah, you're planning on taking a whack. on Tundra.
Karthos. I think I'm hitting Karthos. Yeah.
No, but I mean Tundle's planning on taking.
Yeah, Karthos is. Yeah. I was gonna take a hit with Tundle, but now I have 6 to hit 5 on Karthos. For some reason, I thought I'd do it. I got 2 there, so now I have to hit 3, and I did it.
Yeah, I seem to remember.
Oh, yeah, I did do that, and then did I take a?
Yeah, yeah, I was probably pretty disappointed.
No, I didn't use his ability though. What must have happened was I must have used Piccolo first, to see if it was even possible to kill Karthos that turn, because otherwise I was going to take a stab at Hellcar. Because I did not take that magic stasis off the top of my deck.
No, I didn't think Piccolo did that.
No, yeah, I think I just got lucky with my Gen Mage. Oh yeah, that's I gotta edit out some texting.
Is that showing up on the camera?
Yeah, it's anything my phone shows. Thank goodness I use my phone for my camera. Anything my phone shows on its screen is what ends up being recorded. So we fixed that problem in future things, but I'm gonna have to blur that or something.
Oh, that was in this video?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, that's recorded into the video.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to just like edit that. All these people are gonna be like, "What are you talking about? There's no thing there. There's no text." All 2 people that watch this video. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. It's okay though. So alright, so now Matman's in a little bit of a tight spot. He's got, but you've only got 2 of your walls down, and that's where you're in a little better place than you could be. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was thinking happened this turn. You can wall off Ret, sit him in the back. He can summon things all day. I mean, look at the magic you've got. My goodness. I think you asked me how many magic I had. I'm gonna answer like 3. I don't know what I have. I can't remember. I can't remember how much I had. I think I might have had 4. I might have 4.
Karthos just hanging out on the top of the magic pile.
Yep. Hey there, Karthos. Yeah. Looking all cool with the Fallen Phoenix album.
Again, Hellcar just like way overestimating her own abilities here.
Yeah, she's trying to take a whack at Tumble. Is that what she does? Or does she take a whack at the Gem Mage?
And I think she might. Whew.
She whiffed
Probably
the
Gem Mage.
Oi. I don't think he dies this turn, but I might be wrong.
This might actually be a hit from Hellcar.
Oh, I might be wrong.
This is a surprise. Like, I'm actually in suspense right now.
Yeah, no, I don't remember this far into the game. I mean, I remember the end, but
why don't I just roll?
I think we were making a stupid joke. We ended up recording over the audio.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was a hit. Yeah, you did it. You did it. Hellcar, you beast. Killing a single Gem Mage all game.
She needed to do that for some confidence.
Yeah. It's going to be the last Gem Mage she kills. I actually don't remember what happens to Hellcar this game.
I don't know if she lives through this turn. She might live through this turn due to some bad rolls from you, if I'm remembering. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure she does.
I guess.
Because Piccolo's ability, I don't think ever got triggered this game. If I remember correctly, I never got it to work. Scholar, yep. This is where it should have triggered, that's for sure. She has 4 wounds on her, so I need to hit 5, and if I use a Scholar, then I've got
7. No, you got 8.
Oh no. Yeah, 8. 8 to hit 5, which is exactly the odds.
No, it's 8 to hit 4.
Does she? Oh no, she doesn't have 9, does she? She has 8 health.
She has 8.
Yeah,
I don't know if she lives or not. For some reason, I thought she did.
I know she lives because Piccolo's going to be the last to attack, and he is not going to hit her. I'm almost positive. I think he rolls 4 misses.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure. Let's watch and see. I'm pretty sure I remember this moment, and I was pretty mad, but I tried to contain it, and we awkwardly postured talking about the dice for a little bit, and and how that just kind of happens, but inside I was angry.
That was Papa Tundle's attack.
Yeah. Okay, and one
Scholar.
so that was what. I've hit 3 so far. Yeah, watch this, gentleman.
No,
my.
1.
I just need to hit 1 with 4 dice. 3 misses. That last one's a miss too, just for everybody at home. And so the ability.
Oh, yeah. Wow!
So I missed 4.
Wow, that was terrible.
So this game he rolled. Let's see, he rolled 2 on Karthos, which was nice. He rolled 1 on something else earlier, and then he rolled 3 misses on Karthos the first time he rolled against him. So all in all, Piccolo is what 3 for 13.
4 misses.
Yeah, I think.
Why is magic drained?
Yeah, I think you did. I think you drained me. Yeah, that was a rough one because that would have earned me 2 magic and gotten rid of Hellcar, which would have been spectacular.
Yeah. It's fine. She doesn't hit anyone this turn.
We can count on that. Well, it's a nice 2 because she's not in a position where you could have got a cultist in any new or fancy area. She can't. She can't use her ability in any particular way.
No, this turn is a big misplay for me.
Right now, she's a 1 health, 1 attack champion, so it's like she's pretty much outlived her usefulness.
I'm definitely thinking that this is the turn with the big misplay.
All right, here we go. Yeah, Ret needs the 4 summons. He needs to get some stuff out there, and here he goes, paying another 4. We all know what's coming out. The Hellfire. Come on.
Yeah, well, no, Hellfire. This is why. Because I was bouncing back and forth between 2 spots, and I chose the wrong one.
Yeah, this is big. You might see what's happening here. The obvious place would be to put him in front of Ret, so that literally nothing can hit him.
See, that's right there. So I've decided, but I didn't really, because that's not where he goes.
No. Well, and I mean, again, it's possible, because of the way this game is sitting, this is probably going to be one of your last cards you get out there. And that you have the opportunity to straight up summon. I don't know how much your deck. Unfortunately, we cut off your deck and my deck.
My deck's pretty low at this point in the game.
So it's unlikely you're going to be able to summon anything to kill Piccolo. And Piccolo can eat through your walls and other things. I mean, he can. I can definitely eat through the walls. And if Piccolo gets the last attack on a wall, then Tundle can shoot through it and kill Ret. And I think you were considering that possibility. That just over the course of only a couple turns.
Yeah, because I can summon him there.
Yeah.
Idiot.
It's...
No, we were clearly jumping ahead in steps. I was like, I'll summon and move him. Yeah. We're being very unprofessional.
Yeah, it's just because it's coming down to the wire and we're getting nervous. We're getting a little scared. But yeah, so we've got that Scholar staring Ret down. He just needs 1 die, so it's kind of a big deal. What happens here? And he's trying to figure out, is it better to kill Piccolo, which is my last big, weighty champion, and at least likely, because it's unlikely that I have the deep troll. I Kinder, I guess, is very possible, but I don't think I have the magic for Kinder right now, if I remember correctly. I think
you don't have Kinder, you have Loon.
I know, but I'm thinking I only have 4 magic, so I think you're thinking to yourself, there's no chance of Kinder.
Actually, I remember specifically, as I just didn't think you were putting Loon in your deck in this game, just because we were talking about Loon recently and how we didn't like him at the time, just because we thought his ability was overpowered.
Yeah, I still probably stand by that just a little bit. Yeah. I don't like calling out much of this game as overpowered, because I think there are just so many ways you can use each card, and there are I just think you can play around most of the abilities. Like Hellfire Drake just has amazing stats, but you can play around it, because as long as you kind of just steer clear of him, is the best of your ability. You can kind of, like, 9 magic is a huge commitment. So, alright, so you get, 1 out of 3 there. Didn't matter too much, because unless you got 3 out of 3, you weren't going to kill him. But yeah, I don't think too many of the things are overpowered, but Loon is actually pretty darn powerful. 4 spaces away is an enormous range for such an incredible ability. And his stats are fine, so I don't know. I might still stand by that. But in any case, thank goodness in this game that I had him. Because what I'll do is pretty sweet. What I'll do... I was, like, I think, extremely giddy at this moment when I figured out that I still had Awake the Father gem in my hand. I think that was the key. I think that was the key to the whole thing. I had Loon, 4 magic, and Awake the Father gem. That's what really sets this turn up well. Yeah,
well, I think even with my... Well, I mean, like, that misplay of the Hellfire Drake, he has no chance of getting back around to Ret, so I feel like even if Loon came out a turn later, Ret would still get killed.
Probably true. Probably true. What was scary, though, was Ret could have moved back into the corner, and it would have been much harder to get to him. It would have been possible still, but it would have been, like, more arduous to get another unit all the way back there. So I was really happy that you pulled him out, and that's the game.
And that's the game.
Yeah. We always, Summoners out, we always take the chance to try to go for the Summoner first.
You know, stay classy and all that. Try to end the game if we can. But in any case, I guess that's the end of this match. That one play really made a huge difference. The Hellfire. Otherwise, honestly, we played pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're talking about some of the dice missed on Hellcar maybe there, or maybe how much she missed.
Yeah.
One of the two.
I'm sure it was probably both.
I had a deep dragon in my hand, I just noticed. That's kind of interesting. Yeah. Alright, well, I mean, it's been a good game, so we'll record another one here hopefully soon, and we'll upload these before too long. I don't really know what'll happen. You ever want to play us on the app? I'll probably put our Playdek IDs or whatever in the comments section, if that's all right with Mattman anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so you guys can play us if you'd like, and then we'll. Oh, there's another nice text I'll have to blur. We will get you guys another video here at some point. If you have like requests of us, I don't really know to the extent we'll be able to handle them. But we'll see. If you want to see certain matchups or something, or you know, let us know if there's anything you really want out of these videos.
Yeah, I mean, like the three of us are all pretty equal in ability, so it'd be fun for us to play, and it would be, I mean, it'd be an even match for sure.
Absolutely. There I am sourly rolling to see if I could have killed Hellcar. Staying classy. Anyway, yeah. So.
That's because I'm sure I said something about how I missed more die, which might not have even been more true. Which might not have even been true.
Yeah, we were both a little sour grapes about that. But all right, yeah, maybe we'll play a vassal game with Lemon Merchant one of these days too, because like we said, he is at least our equals. So, all right, well, gentlemen, it's been and ladies that play Summoner Wars, lots of them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's an equal number of both genders watching this video.
Anyway, we'll see you around the old schoolyard.
Yeah. Till next time.